Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm going to sit and knit today if my hands will let me. But let's do a pantry pull meal so I don't have to worry about supper later. Chicken and scalloped potatoes in the slow cooker. Here's what we got. I was going to use a jar of my canned chicken, but I found some chicken breasts in the freezer. Chicken breasts, onions, peppers, mushrooms, dehydrated potato, scalloped potato slices, and mushroom soup. Let's do this. Get our chicken in there. If you've got raw chicken, that works, but skinless is best. Onions. Peppers. Now don't worry about adding liquid to this. These vegetables are going to give off enough. Mushrooms. You know what though? I should have put the potatoes on the bottom. But that's okay because I'm just going to start tucking some of them in. I should have put these under the vegetables. So let's shake some of these out in here. Lift the chicken up. Let's stir these potatoes all in here. Okay. This is not, I like Elmer tomato soup because it pours, but this is not pouring. So I'm going to put a glob there. And a glob there. I will come back and stir this once those vegetables start giving off juice. People say too much sodium and sugar in soups. Well, that's why you don't see me adding anything pretty much except pepper. All right. That looks like that's going to work just nicely. On goes the lid. Put a cover on it. People want to know why. Well, it makes it more like an oven, doesn't it? And we'll see you, it's up. All right, y'all probably think I've gone overboard with the bread pudding, but as long as I've got stale or older bread to use, or dehydrated bread, which I don't have any dehydrated right now, I'm gonna explore all the ways we can make bread pudding, okay? So first off, here's our bowl. Because it's always just me. This bowl seems to be the perfect amount for Howie and I, for dessert, and then for him to have some in his lunch the next day. So we're just going to give that bowl a spray. Now what I have here is a jar of peaches that we have open in the fridge. We're still working on that quart of 35% whipping cream. We have some cinnamon sugar left over from when Angie was here making donuts. We have 2 eggs and some bread. Let's explore all the possibilities of a peaches and cream bread pudding. Let's start with the staler pieces. You know what? It's going to be easier just to rip these, right? Again, this is kind of like a well, we're just going to call it peaches and cream bread pudding, right? In my hand blender for my Ninja, I'm going to put in, I'm going to say, half a cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of the peach syrup, and approximately 2 whole peaches. Keep the peaches handy. In this, we're going to crack 2 eggs, and that brings us to our max fill line. Wow, that was close. I'm going to screw this on, and I'm going to whip it. Look at that. It looks like a creamsicle. All right. Now, we're going to pour this all over the top. because we want this to soak into that bread. Yum! Isn't that beautiful? My goodness, what you can do with canned peaches and bread. Now, just to add it, make it a little more glam fabulous, some peaches on top. Now this is approximately 3 servings, okay? You change however you want to do it to suit the size of your family. Look at that. Now, I'm going to take some butter and drop a few drops of butter all over the top. See, I use the syrup in the juice as the sweetener and the peaches themselves. So we didn't need to add any sugar. But we're going to sprinkle cinnamon sugar on top. Now you can use evaporated milk, you can use milk. If you're going to use something like 2% milk, I'd add an extra egg. Now I'm going to let this soak for about an hour. And then that's going into a 350-degree oven for about 35 to 45 minutes. All right, our timer has gone off on our peaches and cream bread pudding. And I've got to tell you, oh my goodness, look at that. We'll let that cool down so it can be served with whipped cream after. And let's look at our supper. Doesn't that look scrumptious? Look, I did add a half a can of water, but because I wanted to make sure those potatoes got thoroughly cooked. But look, lovely. There we go. We'll pepper that and take that over to Grandpa's. This is chicken and scalloped potatoes a la crock pot. Careful, it's hot.
Very good.
And there's peaches and cream bread pudding for dessert. All right, supper's over and this has cooled down somewhat. It's still quite warm, but this is more of a pudding than some that come out that like cake. Look at it. Oh, the crusted sugar on. Whoops. The sugar encrusted peaches on the top. Let's see what Papa has to say about that. Did you save your fork? Here is your peaches and cream bread pudding.
Peaches and cream. Still warm.
Yeah, I know. Had to let it cool down. It was quite hot.
No, that's really good.
You know what? I've learned. I've opened a whole new world of bread pudding. Oh my goodness!
What do you think?
She says that tastes like more.
Pretty good, eh?
And there it is, another pantry pull supper and dessert. Chicken scalloped potatoes and peaches and cream bread pudding. It's delicious. I can't wait to get mine. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead saying, all winter you're going to see me cooking with what I got in the house. Take care. God bless.